week's recap of American Idol.
It's Arena Anthem.
I just want to say I'm like really confused what qualifies a song to be an arena anthem, judging by tonight's selections, but we'll get there. Tonight, the top 6 became the top 5.
Chop shop.
Wrong show.
Alright, so Alex Morgan and Abby Wambach came out and delivered the results to Ryan's tiny hands.
Yeah, because the winner of American Idol will record the anthem for Fox Sports coverage of the Women's FIFA World Cup.
FIFA.
Wow! That's actually really cool.
How cool is that? FIFA.
Did you not know what FIFA was before?
Yeah, I knew.
Okay.
FIFA.
All right.
The final fan save is tonight.
I was wondering how long they were going to keep this up.
I know. I thought it was just going to get out of control, but...
This is the last one. All right. So, everybody's performing 2 songs tonight. Let's jump right in.
All right. Up first was Jax.
So, we got a little bit of background story on all the contestants' childhoods, and it was pretty interesting.
Jack's parents thought she was a boy. They painted the room blue. They bought wiener clothes.
And then they found out it's
she
the
didn't
girl.
have a wiener.
I just spit all over myself.
Nice. So of course the first stadium anthem, arena anthem that she picks is "Are You Gonna Be My Girl?" which is really for her, "Are You Gonna Be My Guy?"
She did change the words, yeah. I thought she did a really good job with this. The only thing I would say is it felt a little thin.
I have
at
to
times.
think though, even though I agree with you that it felt thin, was the balance off?
It could be that, yeah. She was the first to go. They've had problems with that before,
Yeah.
so it could be that.
What sounds good in the actual theater
Doesn't always translate well to TV. But I thought she did a good job with it, like pitch-wise and everything. I thought she gave it a good energy.
Now Harry had a lot of filler in this
Oh, Harry.
2-hour episode of American Idol.
So they were going with the whole sports theme. So you got your instant replays, you got your drawing on the screen.
Well, that pen for the telestrator could not be wrenched away from his kung fu grip. He had to make fun of J-Lo's whipping her dress around.
Who does she think she is? Katniss Everdeen?
I know,
Give us
right?
a twirl.
Hey, is that thing gonna catch on fire or what? And then Keith Urban later on.
I didn't mind that part.
No,
that was
me
fun.
And some other junk too. But you know what? Harry, it's not the Harry show.
Maybe it is.
It's American Idol.
We're all just watching it.
We're all just living in it.
Alright, so Jax's second song, White Flag by Dido.
Her strength is really behind the piano.
Yeah, she's always amazing behind the piano. She did it again. This was awesome. So we got to see like the fun in the first song, and then the second was like...
Have to say though, I was not digging that Bride of Frankenstein look for the second song.
Sorry.
It's kind of Elsa Lanchester.
Okay.
Alright, but it was great, classic Jax.
Yeah.
The first one
She really nailed that one.
was kind of out of her comfort zone, I thought. And the second one, she was right back into her, I am uniquely popular.
I tried it. Okay.
Yeah. But again, was this an anthem?
I don't know how that works. Maybe they're just like, this would sound cool in a stadium. Okay, it's a stadium anthem.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, next up, let's talk about Nick's performances.
Well, first of all, let's talk about his childhood.
All right.
He was a college basketball player. He was drafted for basketball. And he was injured.
Yeah. So then he was like, I'm going to do this music thing, and I'm going to do it right.
I'm going with plan B. I'm going to do the music. Yeah.
And Dad was right there with him. His dad, oh my God, I love their relationship.
His dad's a musician,
so
too.
Cool.
And it's funny because it's like Nick's dad is an overcooked Nick.
Well, he's Nick Sr.
And Nick is an undercooked Nick Sr.
Yeah, that's kind of how that works.
But I mean, they're like clones of each other.
They are,
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, so Nick's first song was Harder to Breathe, Maroon 5.
It was okay.
It was a little bit shaky in the beginning. He did mention that something went wrong, and it was kind of noticeable, but I thought he gained his composure. He made it work. Was this
performance memorable, though, when it comes time to voting?
Not so much.
Well, his second performance, Maggie May,
I like this one a lot better than the first one.
It was better, but...
You could tell he was really into it. He was all like, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? He really needs to work his camera, and he won't. His eyes are darting around like crazy everywhere except where they should be looking at the camera, because guess what? There's how many people in the theater and how many people
at home. Yeah, it's true.
All right.
But I thought this one had great energy. I thought, you know, you could tell he really enjoyed that one.
All right.
But wait, let me just say, how funny was Keith with his prop comedy this week? Pulling out the little uke and then the big guitar.
Yeah, he knew how to work that big guitar, too.
All right, next up, Clark.
Clarky, as we like to refer to him. He grew up basically playing an instrument as he was coming out of his mother's womb.
Pretty much.
He performed at his grandma's nursing home. That is so sweet. And his first song tonight was Yesterday.
What? And I was just like,
so classy. Is that a stadium anthem? Let us know in the comments.
I guess.
This performance was really great.
It was beautiful.
It gave me a little bit chill bumps.
Did you get goosies?
No, I get chill bumps. I don't get goosies.
Okay.
All right.
I really liked what he did with it. He made it his own.
Yeah.
But it still had the essence of Yesterday.
He didn't take it too far over the line.
Mm-hmm.
But how about that Snapchat artist? Really? A Snapchat artist.
It's a thing. Don't be jealous.
I am a little bit. All right. Well, his second performance was J. Beeb's Boyfriend.
When I heard he was doing this song, I was just like, oh, you are? What about something else?
I know. But you know what? He was better than Bieber.
I like this version better than the original, too. Yeah, for sure.
But the judges hated it.
Yeah, they said it wasn't sexy enough.
Really? Harry, you're looking for Bieber to be sexy to you? Really?
I don't know.
I thought this was great.
I liked what he did with it. I thought he sounded great on it. They weren't killing it.
It could be a ploy to get people to vote for Clark.
It could be. You never know what's going on behind the scenes.
Chances are it's probably tomfoolery.
I don't know. All right. Last person to go straight through to the top 5, Tiana.
All right. So we found out that everybody in her family except her stepsister is named with a T.
They're on the T squad. Hey, that's like your family.
Yeah, I am unfortunately a victim of that as well. And it gets very confusing when mail shows up and it's addressed to J and then the last name, because everybody in my family has a J, except for my dad, because he wasn't born with one.
Okay.
All right, so she pulled out Party in the USA. Love that song.
So much fun.
It was a lot of fun.
You could tell she was having a good time with it. Like J-Lo said, she's freaking 16. I think we all forget that sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Did she pull it off, though? Is it enough votes?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Maybe she could have picked something that she could really dig her heels into. I don't know.
Let us know in the comments again. And her second song, Heaven.
This was an interesting choice.
I think this was a good song choice for her. I just don't like the way she sang it.
I don't know if she was really feeling this song. She did mention that she didn't even know that it existed until this week. So I feel like
she seemed really stiff.
Sometimes if you don't have that personal connection with a song, it's not going to translate well.
And you pointed out that she's always flat.
I just feel like she's just like slightly flat a lot. But maybe it's just me.
This song, she tried to class it up a little bit too much, I think, and she could have put a little stank on it.
Okay, J-Lo. All right, let's talk about the bottom 2 this week.
Oh, Quentin.
Quentin.
Love me some Quentin.
He had a rough week last week with the whole Harry controversy thing. Of course, they had to play that in the beginning of the episode, like, oh man, American Idol's crazy. I
have to respect him for standing up.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if I would have had the courage to go out and face Harry like that.
This is whack!
All right, so we find out that he had a rough childhood. Mm-hmm. He had a single mom, and she did the best she could.
He grew up in a really dangerous neighborhood.
Yeah. So what does he pick? Light My Fire.
This is one of my all-time favorite songs for some reason. I just love it. I love all versions of it.
But do you adore her?
I am.
All right.
We don't call ourselves that. I just made that up on the fly one time. All right, so I thought maybe my judgment was clouded by my love for this song, but I really enjoyed this from Quentin.
I thought it was great.
Maybe it was like not as vocally show-offy as it could have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it was fun. It had a nice groove to it, but
It was basic.
yeah, I guess.
All right, well, did you see the poor girl in the audience that was holding up the Quentin sign, except it was spelled Quentin?
And they kept showing it. I thought maybe they'd show it once and be like, whoop, she spelled his name wrong, and then not come back to it.
They kept
but
showing
they did.
it.
All right, so second performance, Shake It Out.
I thought this was a great song choice for him.
Yeah. I felt like maybe it was a little heavy in the beginning because he doesn't have that ethereal
Yeah.
Florence Welch, but
Yeah. The verses fell a little short, but the chorus was great.
it was definitely his style.
Harry brought up an interesting point. He asked Quentin if he would
He's
use...
very ASCII tonight.
Yeah, he was. He had lots of questions for everyone because it's the Harry show.
Asking all them questions, asking all them questions.
All right.
Throwback.
Would you use auto-tune? And Quentin was like, no. And
Hell
Harry
no.
was like, oh, good, because I wouldn't either. And J-Lo was like...
Yeah, sinking
Am I
down
being
into
puffing
my
out?
chair.
How many times did she look down and check her boobs?
You have to when you're wearing that. You gotta make sure.
You gotta put Gorilla Glue on those
I'm
girls.
surprised she hasn't come out with her own like boob tape yet, because the amount of
How
low-cut
do you know
dresses
she
that she's
hasn't?
worn, like, I don't know. Maybe she has.
All right. Also in the bottom was Rayvon. Obviously, if you've done the math.
He's the bottom 2 star. He's got this Twitter saved down.
Yeah.
This is his 4th time.
4 times. 4 times the bottom. All right. So he also was raised by a single mom. Mm-hmm. And
I gotta say, too, how cute were all the baby pictures tonight?
they were adorable.
Adorable.
Adorbs. So
Totes adorbs.
I'm not the only one. That was his first choice. And this really blew me away.
This was probably one of his best, if not his total best
I think it's
performance
his
on the show.
personal best. This, I was prepared not to like this because I'm sick of him being saved. So I was like, this is going to suck. And I was like, oh, wow, that did
You were
not
just like,
suck. Yeah, it
You
was
gave it a-
really good. It was really good. It was, I'd go as far as saying it was fantastic.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
Then his second one, Go Your Own Way. Again, verses were weak, but that high note, though.
Man, that last note made up for the whole thing. I'm not saying the whole thing was bad. I'm just saying, like, it was kind of like,
That's what we tell the kids. If
that
you,
last note, though.
if you
whoa.
finish strong, that's what the people remember. And apparently...
People were freaking out.
That's what they do remember. Yeah, get out the defibrillator paddles.
Yeah.
Bieber. And Rayvon was saved because of that last note, though.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you guys think? Who would you have saved? Quentin?
I could have
Or
gone either way
Rayvon.
on this. I could have gone either way.
After Rayvon's performance tonight, I think it was pretty clear that
I love
he
Quentin
should
as
have
a
gotten
person,
saved.
but I feel
I love
like
Quentin too.
he's just not as consistent.
But you know what? He's going to be the swing on the tour anyway. They always got to have,
yeah.
you know, an extra.
All
so
right.
he's going.
You don't know that for sure. You're assuming.
I always do.
Oh, I tied it in again.
Well, how nice for you.
All right.
Let us know what you thought, and we will read the comments. And until next time, much love.
Edit.